Hey everyone, welcome back. The free-for-all game mode has been out for a bit, and I'm personally having a lot of fun with it. There is debate and speculation of the game mode becoming a permanent addition amongst the other game modes, and I think since the setting is so iconic with respect to the first cinematic trailer of For Honor with the three vanguards, I think it's fair to say that it is a possibility. It feels surprisingly unique dynamically with elements shared between brawls or anti-ganks, and I really enjoy the strategies of trying to deal as much optimal damage to both opponents simultaneously whilst also avoiding damage. There are elements of knowing when to punish or when to peel, but in some cases you can get free damage on both opponents depending on their defensive decisions. There are some issues that are apparent, and the big one is with players treating this game mode as if it were duels. I suppose there are elements of staying back a little when you're low on health or if you're all having a standoff before officially engaging, but deliberately avoiding to participate while the other two fight is inconsistent with the spirit and objective of the game mode. This is a tough one to debate on for some because players in brawls and elimination will typically only duel in those modes anyway. In my experience, most players would actually prefer if everyone actively participated in the free-for-all game mode, and from what I see, only lower level players exhibit this duel's behavior or tolerate it. This can be particularly frustrating when one player doesn't seem to pick up on the fact that the other is choosing not to fight, focusing on only you and making the problem worse. I personally understand hanging back for a moment, but not the entire match. Ideas of making the map smaller may work, but I prefer something akin to the bleeding effect in Breach when you're too far away from the objective. An example would be, if you don't actively hit an opponent within 20 seconds, you'd begin taking significant bleed damage. This may reduce the cool and dramatic standoffs, but it would encourage players to engage more often. I don't think this would completely solve the problem, but it would still force players to get close to the action, putting them in danger. I think as time goes on, people will begin to realize that the ones not participating in the fights are not to be tolerated, and the honor code of dealing with this behavior would be to have the other players focus on that player until they do. It may also be one of those elements of the game mode that we have to look out for. You will run into cowards and unintelligent players in this game mode, and you just have to keep winning in order to not be matched with them. I truly believe this is more of a low MMR problem, but I suppose if it becomes a legitimate strategy at higher levels, then it's a very real and serious problem. I feel the decision to make this a temporary game mode was exactly because of this issue of players not participating in the fight. Nobody is your friend in this mode, and perhaps the team decided that winning by any means necessary included avoiding conflict and picking players off after a duel. That's technically a valid strategy, it just isn't very fun. I personally try to force the cowards to participate, and it's nice when the other opponent picks up on this and tries to also. But if it comes down to trying to fight one person at a time because they either don't know any better or simply want to duel, then you have to be prepared for that and try your damnedest to make the situation work for you. There are two views. Number one is to have a perfect world where all players participate in the fight, and number two is simply to have players win by any means necessary, which can include simply not fighting. Personally, I'd like this game mode to become permanent. It is a breath of fresh air and quite an iconic type of game mode that brings us all the way back to where things began. I'd prefer it if everyone actively participated and played the way I think this game mode was intended to be played, but there aren't any punishments against those who like to sit back and let the fight turn into duels. That's either on purpose to allow the community politics to evolve, or an oversight, but it isn't a permanent mode as far as we know, so I doubt precautions were taken into account. If it were up to me, I'd make it a permanent game mode. I think it would be entirely appropriate to keep this mode around since it's a mode we've all wanted for years and bolsters some interesting player dynamics. Dominion players will naturally do well, I feel, and duelists venturing out to try this mode will feel a challenge. Only time will tell, but if nothing changes, just enjoy it while it lasts. It'll come back again, I'm sure. Anyway, let me know how you feel. Should the game mode become permanent, or are specific player behaviors too problematic for that possibility? If you've made it this far, I truly appreciate your time. Enjoy the rest of the gameplay, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, let's see if we can finish this off here. sure he was going to initiate with the top light, and he did that time. Okay. Took a lot of damage already. Get away. Oh, I missed the parry. The higher in matchmaking I go, the more people start to actually dodge external unblockables. Oh my, no tracking on that. That's smart, I'd have done that too. We got technically 3 more chances, but I want to wrap this one up. See, this is likely an issue I knew was going to happen. Thankfully he re-engaged. Oh, that's a lot of damage already on him. Yep, he's disengaging, getting some space. Oof, I walked right into that. Whoa, that was some Phantom Rage heavy right there. Yeah, he's just yellowing. Do it again, I dare you. Just kept doing that the entire match. The random top light option select. I mean, you can do that as much as you want. I will catch on. Sorry. Okay. Looks like the warden is either AFK or sitting back on purpose. Oof, can't escape from that. I don't know if this Hitokiri is very good. Yeah, he's not. I mean, was it random parry? Yeah. Okay. Looks like he's engaging this round because he knows he has the first round. No, I'm not gonna let him escape this time. Oop. Okay. I think Raider is very, very good in this game mode. These zones, sweeping heavies are very good. Oh, I missed the parry. See, what's with these random parries? Is it just because he's either trying to interrupt everything or neutral dodge attack? I can't tell if he's scripting off the bat because scripts would typically and likely not work. Externals can't be parried. Might be toggling them. Yeah, see, he keeps attacking and he's trying to parry externals. That was dumb. Just gonna yellow this. Yeah. I'll get him next time. What's Hitokiri doing now? See, this is... Well, I'll just deal with the warden, because I know you're not a very good duelist over there. Okay. Thought I'd get him with that. Be sneaky. Stop. Okay. See, I mean, this is just not how you play a free-for-all. You don't play honorably. You play to play. Yeah, he's not good. I mean, I guess that's a strategy. If you feel confident in your dueling abilities against certain players, you will just simply allow the duels. I can't control the matchmaking, so unfortunately I get matched with some weird players that play like this. Okay. Yeah. Do some massive trading damage here. Alright, Warren's low, I won't worry about him. Perfectly spaced there. Okay, now this is a very good situation for me. Alright, decided to go for an empty dodge that time. You can finish it off just like that. This game mode is so fun, I really hope they keep it around.